Hi, welcome to the Shoreline Studio. So I want to use my Himi watercolor jelly gouache, I guess is what it is. In a previous video I mentioned that I had taken all the lids off of them and they all have all this paint. So I wanted to paint a picture using the lids, and so as to not waste this paint. I do that past project and this project and that's it. Now I'm like, that stuff's gonna last forever. So I just toss the lids after this project. Excuse me. So I'm fiddling around here trying to figure out how I'm gonna get them. This is a little teeny TV tray table, and I'm trying to figure out how I can get my paper under the camera. There we go. And have all those watercolors. Alright, I think I'm set up. And I think I zoom it in here a little bit at some point so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I'm just playing. I have a landscape that I'm going to try and do. I'm already spilling. There we go. Zoomed it in. Hopefully it's in focus. And I'm just doing just a simple sky, just where you kind of dry brush drag across the page, and it'll give you the illusion of clouds. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And I didn't pull out like a paint palette to mix colors, so I'm using them kind of straight off of those lids, and they're a bit bright, if you know what I mean. So this part is the water. I think I'm adding a little green to make it look a little less bright, but it's still bright. It's like, I look at the picture afterwards and it's like super neon colors. Like, it just feels, you know, not quite as earthy as I usually try to get, or I like to get. I can't say I always do earthy because I definitely don't. I love bright colors. Just don't usually watercolor that way. So here I'm trying to add a mountain. And again, it's just a really simple sort of stylized mountain. I mean, I did take this from a photograph. I can't remember what photograph now, but I still have a tendency to stylize my mountains and never get the shading exactly the way it is in the picture. Oh, I think here I decided to try and mix some color. And this is the palette that comes with the Himi gouache that I got. I don't like the blue palette so much, and it kind of is warped, like it's curved, so. A white palette is better for seeing the actual colors you're creating. Oh, and I also wanted to mention that the lids had what I can only presume, were the color labels, but they were not in English. So I really don't have the color names. My guess would be that's yellow ochre. Now this is white. There were two whites in this, but one of them looks like a cooler white and one looks a little bit warmer. So maybe there's a difference to them. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to add a little bit of the darker brown color to try and make that shoreline look a little bit more like a shoreline, I guess. I would call this one just practice. Add a few tall green plants in here, nondescript. You should have green plants next to a body of water, right? Unless it's salt water. So I add a little white dots around, trying to make them look like flowers. I think I get a little carried away with the flowers. I'm going to go over those mountains. They were not finished and they needed a little bit more to them. Just doing sections to make it look more like peaks and mountains. There, that's a little bit better. So I'm going to darken around the water, trying to make it sit down in a little bit. It helps a little bit, but it's still way too bright, I think. Just giving the picture a few finishing touches before I finish up here. I hope you liked this. If you did, let me know. Leave me a comment, thumbs up. And thank you all for watching. And if you would like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks again.